Hi students, in my earlier videos we have learned what are polynomials and multinomials. Students, in this video we will learn what are quadratic equations in one variable. Let us learn what are linear polynomial. It is of the form ax plus b, where a and b are reals. What are quadratic polynomial? It is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c belongs to R and a not equal to 0. Similarly, we learn cubic polynomial. That is of the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c and d belongs to R, that is all are real numbers and a not equal to 0. Students, suppose a equal to 0, then the polynomial will be linear one, that is this part will be 0, so it will be linear one. As such, a not equal to 0. Biquadratic polynomial. It is of the form ax to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e, where a, b, c, d, e all are real numbers and a not equal to 0. Students, here see, in a linear polynomial the highest degree of x is 1. In quadratic polynomial the highest degree of x is 2. Similarly, in cubic polynomial the highest degree of x is 3, and so on. What are quadratic equations? When the quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then the equation 1 is called a quadratic equation. Similarly, whenever the linear polynomial, that is ax plus b equals to 0, this implies that the equation 2 represent a linear equation in x. Similarly, whenever a cubic polynomial equals to 0, that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equals to 0, then the equation 3, represent a cubic equation in one variable, that is in x. Similarly, ax to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e equal to 0 represent a biquadratic equation in X. Students, so we learn whenever a quadratic polynomial equals to 0, then it represents a quadratic equation in X. Students, let us see the standard form a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, which is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Where A, B, C are real numbers and A not equal to 0. Students, let us consider the equation x square minus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Here we see A equal to 1, B equal to minus 5 and C equal to 6. Let us see another example, x square minus 16 equal to 0. Here A equal to 1 and C equal to minus 16. Let us see another quadratic equation is x into x minus 1 equal to 0 or x minus 5 whole square equal to 0. All these are quadratic equations in one variable, that is x. Students, here see, in quadratic equation the highest degree of x is 2. So every quadratic equation in x has the highest degree of x is 2. Students, let us consider the following problem. Check the following are quadratic equations or not. Students, let us consider the problem number 1, that is x plus 1 into x plus 2 equal to x plus 6. So we can write this x square plus 3x plus 2 equal to x plus 6. This implies that x square plus 2x minus 4 equal to 0. Suppose it is 1. Clearly 1 represent of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a equal to 1, b equal to 2 and c equal to minus 4. Hence 1 is a quadratic equation. Students, let us consider the problem number 2, that is x square plus 5x plus 9 equal to x plus 1 into x plus 3. This implies that x square plus 5x plus 9 equal to x square plus 4x plus 3. This implies that here x square cancelled, x plus 6 equal to 0. Students, here see the highest degree of x is 1. So the above equation is not of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. Hence the equation is not a quadratic equation. Students, let us consider the problem number 3. Here given x square equal to 25. This implies that x square plus 0x minus 25 equal to 0. Clearly, it is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a equal to 1, not equal to 0. Hence, the equation is quadratic. Students, let us check whether the equation number 4 is a quadratic equation or not. X plus 4 by x equal to 5. This implies that the LCM is x. Here x square plus 4 equal to 5. This implies that by cross multiplication we get x square plus 4 equal to 5x. This implies that x square minus 5x plus 4 equal to 0. Clearly, the equation is quadratic. Students, let us consider the fifth problem. Here x minus 1 whole cube equal to x cube plus twice x plus 3. Students, here see both the sides contain the highest degree of x equal to 3. Now let us check whether the given equation is quadratic or not. So we can write it is x cube minus 3x square plus 3x minus 1 equal to x cube plus twice x plus 3. This implies that here x cube cancelled, minus 3x square plus x minus 4 equal to 0. This implies that 3x square minus x plus 4 equal to 0. Suppose it is equation number 1. Clearly, 1 represent a quadratic equation. Let us learn how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. Students, let us consider the equation x square minus 7x minus 18 equal to 0. Students, factorize the left hand side of the equation 1. This implies that x square minus 9x plus twice x minus 18 equal to 0. This implies that we are taking x common, that is x minus 9 plus we can take 2 common, that is x minus 9 equal to 0. This implies that x minus 9 into x plus 2 equal to 0. Here see the product of two factors equal to 0. So we can conclude that either x minus 9 equal to 0 or x plus 2 equal to 0 or both are 0. So we can write either x minus 9 equal to 0. This implies that x equal to 9, or x plus 2 equal to 0. This implies that x equal to minus 2. Hence the two roots are x equal to 9 and minus 2. Find the roots of the equation x square minus 25 equal to 0. So we can write x square equal to 25. Now taking square root, we get x equal to plus minus 5. Hence the roots are plus 5 and minus 5. Students, let us consider the problem. Find the roots of the equation x square minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. Students, this can be written as x square minus 2 into 3 into x plus 3 whole square equal to 0. This implies that x minus 3 whole square equal to 0. So the equation 1 have two equal roots, each x equal to 3. Students, in this video we have learned the standard form of a quadratic equation in one variable and how to solve it by factoring. Hence I advise you to watch the video from beginning to end to learn how to get a quadratic equation in one variable and how to solve it. Students, in my next video you will learn how to solve harder problems relating to quadratic equations. Thank you for watching the video.